The Smugglers Inn is a Waterville institution. It was opened nearly 40 years ago by Harry and Lucille Hunt. Nowadays the head chef is their son Henry, and they have a daily special menu, and they also have an a la carte menu. And on the a la carte menu they have a beautiful selection of starters and main courses. So on the starters you have a crispy prawn and cattafi, 6 oysters naturel, crab Mary Rose, shellfish bisque, and on the main courses they have their lobster grilled or steamed, monkfish which is pan fried, done with curry madras and pineapple salsa, cod baked, and then we have a selection of steaks, chicken. But the dish they're most famous for is their black sole, and here they serve it with the nut brown lemon butter, and I can't wait to see how it's prepared. Henry, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Neven. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you for having me in your kitchen. You're going to show me how to cook the perfect sole. What are the key tips?
Go to your local mongers and he'll pick out the freshest sole for you. If you want to find out if the sole is fresh or not, you'll see that the fish is nice and bright, shiny colour, and the flesh and meat has a fresh smell of the sea.
And of course this sole is skinned.
Yes.
So tell me how you do that.
There's a little tail on the bottom and you'll just do a little incision, not all the way through the fish. Pull the skin all the way up, it'll just come off easy, and all you'll do then is turn it around on the other side. Same thing. The side fins, you can get a scissors. The fins will be out in the side, just into those fins all the way up around the sole. So after taking the fins off at the side, you have to get out this bloodline that lies inside the black sole here. Just make a little incision along the belly. In here you'll see that there'll be bits of blood, and you'll just get the back of a spoon and you can just scrape it out all the way through.
Really important.
Really important, because if the blood stays in the sole for any length of time, the flesh of the sole starts to deteriorate very fast, so that bloodline has to come out.
And it's been on your menu for 38 years?
38 years now, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and we have people coming back for it all the time.
The black sole we're using here?
Black sole, they're local sole from the area here.
Okay, let's go. We get cooking. Good
Let's
man.
get a pan hot here now. Put a little bit of oil in there.
Any particular oil, doesn't matter?
You can use like a sunflower oil or vegetable oil is fine. Something that you can pan fry with a high heat and it's not going to burn.
Okay.
Preheat your grill a little bit as well while you're waiting for your pan.
Start on the pan, finish it under the grill.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you want to just get your grill a little bit warm so you can just keep the cooking going. I've got a little bit of salt and cayenne here. We like to use a little bit of cayenne in our seasoning here, but a very small amount. And a little bit of white pepper, but not getting too spicy about it, just a little bit.
Yeah.
So you place one side into the flour.
And white pepper rather than black pepper?
Because the fish is white and we
That's a
don't
good
like
tip.
to show the black, just to keep it on the white side.
Yeah.
I'm going to flour the other side. Just pat the fish down, just get the flour to stick. Get your oil in the pan. I'm going to turn it down now because you can see it's hot enough. We don't want to let the flour burn. So a nice pat of flour and you give it a slap. We call it the slap before the pan. There we go.
Ah.
And here we go.
And what you're doing there is just shaking off some excess flour, is it?
That's it, the excess flour, because you don't want it to burn. So then we can start adding a little bit of butter. As well. Shake the pan around. Be careful with your fish that it's not sticking. Turn it to one side. And we also use the butter brush here as well, which speeds things up during cooking. You can get a little bit of butter over the sole also. This one, Miriam, it's classical.
It is.
And there's butter in it. So I've basted this sole. I want to take the flame off it. It does take a little bit of the heat to penetrate into the middle of it because the bone's in the middle. So you don't want to put it on the high heat where you're going to blast it with heat, and what happens is the flesh starts to crack. So you want to just slow her down a little bit under the grill, and that's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes. Give it a check. Next we're going to make our marinara butter. We're going to just brown a little bit of butter here. So I think we'll check this sole because I can see here that
What do you have up?
now if it's ready, this will just come away. See that?
You happy with that?
It's just coming away.
Gorgeous.
So once this butter here browns a little bit, you can use a little bit of juice from here because you got the juice from the black sole that's come out into the butter. So just put that in there, and that'll just add that little bit extra to it. So now we're going to go with our lemon juice. The lemon juice is going to add that bit of acidity. Just put in a few lemon segments, and that will kind of just melt into the butter.
That looks gorgeous.
So I can show you how to take off the bone now, which it's very easy. See where the head is here? There's a little bit of meat up here, so you want to cut at an angle. So you're just going to get the knife and cut off and take the head off. We actually cut off the fins, but we still left these little bones because they all help the flavour of the fish as well. So you're going to press down into them and pull out.
So use a big knife and they come out.
Yeah, we use a big knife here in the kitchen, but you can use a fish knife as well. You can go under like this way and all the way through and down. Alright, so I've got them underneath that. And all you do then, slide it off like so. It's a very rich fish, yeah. Same thing on the other side. Get underneath it, all the way down, Right, and you can use your knife then just to pull it to the side. Get your fish slice now
Yes.
and your palette knife, put it straight on your plate. This is the fun part. Look at that. See the way it's just peeling off? Helping the bone just come off the flesh. Just pull it off. And then grab your 2 fillets. If your fish is big, you can just have a half each. Even though we took the bone out, you want the shape of the sole to show. We just have a couple of lemon segments you can put over it. And we have our marinara sauce that we did earlier. Put a little bit of the parsley into it at the end.
Keep it nice and fresh. Is
Yeah,
it in
that's
the
it.
colour?
We like to see the colours.
Okay.
I have capers here as well.
So what do the capers do? Bring a bit of saltiness?
Yeah,
into it?
that bit of acidity and saltiness to it. And the marinara is warm as well. It's quite hot after cooking the butter, so the
Lovely.
capers go in at the end is not to overcook them. I'm just going to put a little bit over the black salt. We have some micro cress. You can just use parsley if you want. And we also made some of these squid ink twigs today. It's just squid ink, oil, flour, water.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Shake it up, put it into the pan. You get a little web out of them, give it that little bit extra, and that's enough. You don't have to do anything else
That
with
gives a
that.
bit of crunch to that, does
That
it?
does, yeah. It's
Ready to be tasted?
Yeah, hope it's good.
Look at the way that just flakes away. You said it's lovely and soft.
Mm-hmm.
What would you serve with this in the restaurant?
Quite simple as well. We might do some, in the summertime, some baby new potatoes. You enjoyed it?
Oh, what? That is superb.
Thanks very much. Glad you
You're a
enjoyed it,
gent,
Neven.
Henry.
Glad to
Continued
have you here.
success. Thank
Thank you.